Hey everybody, this is Keith and welcome back to the Common Sense Practical Prepper podcast. This is your 1-minute survival tip for January 6, 2025. I want to go ahead and recommend a series of books that I ran across. I'm actually listening to it on Audible that I highly recommend. And I'm not a big book guy, but it's called Prepper and there's 5 books in the series and it's written by Tom Abrams. So I listened to it on Audible, and Audible is included in your Amazon Prime membership now. So go ahead and get the first book. It's like 1 credit. And then if you want to continue on, you can purchase the other books. If not, you've basically just used 1 credit out of your Audible account. Just a quick synopsis. I won't ruin the story for you, but the author goes into a tremendous amount of detail. So if you're someone into prepping or emergency preparedness, he goes into enough detail that you're going to catch yourself going, I did that, or you'll catch yourself going, oh, I almost did that, or you'll catch yourself going, holy crap, I need to do that, or I need to look into that. Another thing he goes into in tremendous amount of detail is the human psyche, the human reaction of those folks that are both prepared and not prepared. I've spoken about how desperation will set in day 3, day 4, when people realize that help is not coming and they have no food and water, or they're quickly running out of food and water, and the lengths that people will go to survive and to protect themselves and their family. So I have spoken about this before, and a lot of people, you may think it's kind of crazy, but you would be amazed on what somebody will do to get your Snickers bar when they're starving to death. They will inflict bodily harm or worse upon you to take your Snickers bar. Humanity goes completely out the window, and there is no rule of law in a lot of situations, especially when society degrades to the point to where it does in this series of these books. Most of it takes place, for the most part, all of it takes place in the state of Texas. And if you live in Texas or you're familiar with Texas, the author does a great job in incorporating real landmarks, Austin, San Antonio, all different parts of Texas. So if you live in Texas and he describes like a particular Buc-ee's at this exit off this interstate, you're going to be like, I know exactly the Buc-ee's that he's talking about. So you can certainly relate to a lot of the situations and locations if you live in the state of Texas. So I highly recommend it. You're going to catch yourself nodding, going, yep, I understand where he's coming from, or holy cow, I didn't believe, or I can't believe it could potentially get this bad. Even though it's fiction, he presents us all in a situation where, given the current events, it could really happen. So it's almost like this is something that is about to happen or may have happened in the past, because it's so realistic given the current events that you can honestly almost put yourself in these situations that the protagonists and the antagonists are in. So you've got the good guys and you've got the bad guys, then you've got the really bad guys. So anyway, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but honestly, I highly recommend it. It's called Prepper, and there's 5 different books in the series, and it's by Tom Abrams. Thanks.